Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This your buddy George Jones over here doing another ammunition video. What we're shooting now is this stuff. I suppose it's the California compliant 22 ammunition. I don't know why we should comply with them. They should be complying with us. You know, I have my way. I've moved to California and burn old tires in my backyard every day. You know. Heathens. Anyway, this is the CCI Copper 22 long rifle, and it is supposedly a green ammunition. It is 22 long rifle. It is 1,850 feet per second. That's the same velocity as a 22 Magnum, but it is a 21 grain projectile. Now I cut one of these bullets apart. Okay, and it's actually a polymer infused with granulated copper. Okay, so whether or not that works, whether or not that has a frangible capability, whether or not that is going to work well in all guns is anybody's guess. Now this bullet has it doesn't have a rounded nose on it. It's got it looks like a 45-degree angle where it just makes the just over. You know, it has a dimple in the end of it, which I suppose mimics a hollow point. I think if this thing hits anything hard or even animal tissue, it's just going to either stay solid or disintegrate, one of the two. I'll have to do me some testing on down the road, and maybe somebody else will do some testing on it down the road and see what how it actually performs. That's a big sponsor channel thing. Maybe I'll hold out for 22 Plinkster to do it for me, because you know they got money. Me, just demonstrating guns and ammo. All right, so I got some targets up down there at 30 feet. 8-inch, 10-inch dirty bird targets to see how the gun actually shoots out of, well, we got 4 different guns to shoot it through. I got 4 targets up. Let's find out how it shoots and how it cycles and functions and so forth. We'll clear up there and there. Yeah, we got all our people accounted for. Yeah, we got everything. All right, we're good. All right, here we go. That out, we don't need it. That one in there. Okay. Ruger two-tone custom target at top right. Let's see how she goes. Bullseye and malfunction. All right, here we go. Bullseye and function. Bullseye. Bullseye on 5 o'clock on the line. Bullseye inside the line, same place. Bullseye, same hole. Bullseye, same hole. Bullseye, same raggedy hole. Bullseye, same raggedy hole, about 3 o'clock. And that's hot. Them little shells are hot. All right, that's 10 bullseyes. Well, give them 30 feet, you know, but it's still 10 bullseyes. Let's see what we can do with the Nomad 6-inch up here in this cartridge. There we go. Feeds. Top right. Top left. Nomad. Bullseye, 1 o'clock on the line. 11 o'clock outside. Bullseye, 11 o'clock. Bullseye, 11 o'clock. And a failure to Funkatage. Didn't eject it. May not have enough power. 1,800 feet per second, you ought to be able to have enough powder in there to, of course, the bullet doesn't weigh anything either, so, you know, there's a part of the equation. Bullseye. Didn't cycle that. Bullseye, 4 o'clock. Didn't cycle. Bullseye, 11 o'clock. Didn't cycle. Seems to have some issues. At least out of this gun. Bullseye, 11 o'clock. Bullseye, 11 o'clock. Same hole. Bullseye, same hole. All right. Managed to get through it. In the Nomad, it doesn't seem to cycle very well or very consistently. All right, working around anti-clockwise, let's do 4-inch model 930 Harrington Richardson double action revolver on single action, 9 rounds at the bottom left. 5 o'clock right outside the line. 7 o'clock bullseye. 1 o'clock on the line. 12 o'clock and another line out. All right, now take your time. Let's get that trigger control under control. That one's out too. That one's out at 6 o'clock. That one's out at 7 o'clock. That one's out, way out. That one's outside the line at 5 o'clock. That one's outside as well. I think we're about done. Let's try them in a 10-22. 30 feet ain't much of a range to be shooting a 10-22 at, but we'll see if it works in a 10-22. And I just cleaned and lubrisoled this one, so it should work. All right, got a little sight right there in the middle. Let's see. Get her all safe. Yep. Okay. Now I zeroed this gun at 50 yards, so we're shooting at a target 30 feet. So basically what we're going to look at is a consistent group. Ouch, that's a little warm. Let's try this again. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right. Getting down to the end of it here. Get rid of them old ear mufflers. Let's go look at them targets. So, train's coming, that'll ruin my audio. The Ruger Mark II target, they're all in there. The outward ones broke the line, so technically they're all bullseyes. The Nomad was throwing them a little bit out up here at the 11 o'clock, but there's a lot of line breakers there. The Harrington Richardson 4-inch barrel revolver, which ain't the most accurate gun in the world to begin with, well, they're all on the paper. And finally, the 1022 give us a consistent grouping, even though it's zeroed for 50 yards and this is 30 feet. So the conclusion is that at least at this given range, the ammunition shoots consistently. At least it is in some form consistent. Doesn't seem to want to cycle good in semi-automatic guns. Had 2 failures to cycle in the Ruger, 4 failures to cycle in the Nomad, 1 failure to cycle in the 1022. So the conclusion is the bullet just doesn't have enough ass to make a semi-automatic gun work right 100% positively. But the performance in terms of accuracy is very consistent. So, you know, you want to load up with these guys and go squirrel hunting, you know, out of a bolt action rifle, you're probably going to be pretty good there. You could probably cut the recoil spring down on an automatic and get a more consistent feeding, but that's for you to experiment with, not for me. So the CCI Copper, they shoot a lot of this frangible polymer copper ammunition at the academy because they've got all indoor ranges now, and it shoots good in automatic pistols, works real well, scores are good, you know, guys qualify with it all the time and they're pretty good with it. In terms of a 22, the bullet weight at 21 grains definitely has an effect on the back pressure of the cartridge in a straight blowback automatic, and you know, that may be an issue for them on down the road. You know, I don't know. Well, all right then, that's about the size of that for the old CCI Copper. All right then, like, take, share, commentate, and subscribe, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye now.